Ever wonder what the difference is between ordering a pre-made meal from a restaurant and getting a meal kit delivered to your door? One, you get the finished product. The food is cooked, plated, and ready to eat. All you have to do is enjoy it. The other, you get all the ingredients and a recipe. You still have to do the cooking, but the company has given you the platform and the components to create your own finished meal. Now, let's take that concept and swap out food for software. This is the central idea behind one of the most common and, frankly, most confusing distinctions in the world of modern tech: software as a service or SaaS and platform as a service or PaaS. Understanding the difference isn't just for developers and IT professionals. It's crucial for anyone who uses technology, especially in a business setting, to understand exactly what they're paying for and what they're getting out of a service. And that brings us to today's big question, one I see people asking all the time. Is Asana SaaS or PaaS? You've probably heard of Asana. It's one of the most popular project management and collaboration tools out there. It's the digital whiteboard, the shared to-do list, and the communication hub for countless teams, from small startups to multinational corporations. You use it to organize tasks, track progress, and make sure everyone is on the same page. It's a tool for getting work done. So, let's break down what SaaS and PaaS really are, and then we'll apply those definitions to Asana. First up, SaaS. Software as a service. Think of it like that pre-made meal. The provider or the company behind the software is serving you a complete, finished application over the internet. You don't have to worry about the underlying infrastructure, the servers, the operating systems, the databases, or any of that complicated stuff. It's all managed by the provider. You simply log in, use the software, and get your work done. You're a user. You're an end consumer. You pay a subscription fee, and in return, you get a fully functional product. Examples are everywhere. Salesforce for customer relationship management. Microsoft 365 for your documents and emails. Slack for team communication. Even Netflix is a form of SaaS, providing a finished application for you to consume content. The key takeaway here is that the software is ready to go, and you are simply a user of that software. Now let's talk about PaaS. Platform as a service. This is our meal kit analogy. A PaaS provider gives you a platform, a framework, and all the necessary tools to build your own applications. They handle the underlying infrastructure, the servers, the storage, the networking, but they leave the development, the coding, and the application management to you. You're a developer, not just a user. You're not getting a finished product. You're getting the environment to create your product. Think of it like a developer's workshop. The company provides the workbench, the tools, and the power, but you're the one building the final product. Google App Engine and AWS Elastic Beanstalk are classic examples of PaaS. They give developers the tools to build and deploy their own web applications without having to worry about setting up and managing the servers themselves. The focus is on creating something new on top of the provided platform. So, let's apply this to Asana. When you sign up for Asana, what are you doing? You're not building a new application. You're not writing code to create a project management tool from scratch. You're not worrying about the servers that host Asana's database or the network that connects you to it. You're simply creating an account, logging in, and using the finished software that Asana's developers have already built for you. You use the pre-built features, creating tasks, assigning due dates, collaborating with your team. You are the end user. The software is ready to go. The fact that you can access Asana from any device with an internet connection, whether it's a web browser, a desktop app, or a mobile app, is a hallmark of the SaaS model. The fact that the Asana team is the one pushing out updates and new features, not you, is another key indicator. You don't have to download patches or manually update the software. It just works. So, to answer the question directly, Asana is, without a doubt, a SaaS product. It is a cloud-based, finished application that is provided to end users on a subscription basis. You're consuming the software, not building on top of a platform. However, the line can sometimes feel a little blurry. Some people might argue, but what about Asana's integrations? It connects to hundreds of other tools like Slack and Google Drive. Doesn't that make it a platform? This is a great point, and it's a good opportunity to talk about a more nuanced understanding of these terms. While Asana's core function is a SaaS product, it also acts as a hub, a kind of platform for your work. You can customize your projects with custom fields and rules, and you can integrate it with other services. This gives it a platform-like feel. But here's the crucial distinction. The core functionality of Asana is still a completed application. The integrations and customizations you add are happening within the finished software, not building an entirely new application from the ground up. The company behind Asana is still responsible for the entire stack, from the infrastructure to the final user interface. You're not deploying your own code to their servers. You're just connecting and configuring their existing software. In essence, Asana is a very feature-rich, highly customizable SaaS product. It provides a finished tool, but with a degree of flexibility that allows it to feel like a central nervous system for your team's workflow. This is a trend we see a lot with modern SaaS companies. They want to be more than just a single-purpose tool. They want to be an ecosystem that you can build your workflows around. But at its heart, the fundamental relationship remains the same. They provide the software and you use it. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.